Hello, guys. We are here with the first episode of WeTransForm, and today I have a very special guest to give you a perspective. This is a series where we are actually bringing all those who have transformed, who have taken challenges head on and done something amazing in their lives for us to talk and have a conversation, to share the story in first person and let us really understand what happened. These are very new times, and it is so important to learn from each other. So that's why we are doing We Transform series, where we can learn from the transformers themselves. Today in our show, we have Migma Sherpa with us, and he is a very good friend and somebody who has been an example of transformations. So welcome Migma to the show.
Hi, Alok. Thank you very much for inviting. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? I know you're rocking, you're enjoying, and you are going to have a great day ahead.
Wow, amazing.
Yes, Alok.
I love your energy, Migma, and I've been following you on YouTube, and whenever I actually see your videos or your vlogs, I get so inspired. So let me kind of give my story towards you, what I know about you, Migma, and you have been a facilitator, a very close to my heart role, because I have been a facilitator for many years. So what I know about you, the limited knowledge I have about you, Migma, is that I know that you were a facilitator, you were doing team building workshops, and I saw you once in somewhere in Sona doing a workshop in the same property I was doing it. Then I learned that you had a event company called Q Show. I don't know much about it, but I know that you were reason behind some of the very successful events. And this is what I know about you. Tell me your story. What has been your journey, Migma, when it started?
Alok, I am from a place called Darjeeling, and I was born in a village called Rimbik. And so basically, I could not study a lot because my father expired when I was 12 years old. And being ahead of the family, I had to work from the age of 14 and a half. And I was in a brief period in a armed force as well. And then due to some medical reasons, I had to come out. Then life has been a roller coaster. I worked a lot of odd jobs. And then finally, I found something in a Sterling Holiday Resort. Mm-hmm. So my first job in Sterling Holiday Resort was not a dishwasher, but I used to wipe plates in an F&B service. You know, F&B service is like, yes. So I used to, we were a casual labor. So I was hired as a per day worker. So I used to do wipings whole day and learn about room service, then slowly graduate to restaurant, then I handled bar. Then during the bar, I used to sing occasionally. You know, there used to be an event department in that resort. It used to call holiday activities. Then whenever there was a conference and some evening functions, I used to leave my bar and go and sing, you know. Wow. And then one day, and back of the head, I knew that even if I worked hard or do whatever I could, I will never be able to promote myself in the hotel industry because I don't have the education required, or I don't have the management degree. I grown as a casual labor, got the job, permanent job, but then because of these 2-3 factors, no matter what I do, I knew that I'll not grow. So event was one department where my talent, if I work hard and I have a talent, I will be able to, you know, become an event manager or activity manager or something like that. So the moment Mr. Pankaj Thapa and Kiran Thapa was there, so this guy approached me, says, Migma, you want to join us? I left the event service and moved to event. So in holiday activities, our job was to keep the guests 7 days busy through various activities, Antakshari, bonfire, trekking, rafting, and many things. You know, so during that period, I learned a lot about crowd management, party games, and whatever, hospitality, a lot of others. So during that 2-3 years of stunt in the holiday activities, I had offered from throughout India, jobs offer. Okay. So then I moved to Mumbai and then worked from Mumbai. I worked in Bareilly, and then I worked in, from Bareilly, I worked in a resort called Heritage Village Manesar. So there I worked for 3-4 years. Right. Then finally I landed my dream job in a Radisson Hotel, Kolkata, as an event manager. So that was the day it was like a dream come true from a casual labor to a event manager in a reputed branded property.
Wow.
So that was that. After I worked in Radisson for 2 years. Then I moved back to Gurgaon, worked in Heritage Village for another 3 years. And then I started doing freelancing, because what happened in my, I used to do everyday singing, party games, that crowd management. One day I saw in a corridor, the banquet hall, one trainer was doing some games, and there were people around. And I just watched this guy is doing game. And then I asked somebody, what is happening? He said, this is team building. Okay. And I do it every day, though I don't do it in the corporate. Then I started doing these group games for the resort guest.
Okay.
You know, the conference. So I used to conduct, during that day in Heritage, there was a lot of picnics, you know. So picnic mein game kara ke, uske baad then, so those were the story. Then after that, I started freelancing.
All right.
Then freelancing, yeah, team people had me, and then they used to pay me, take me wherever they want, and I conducted many sessions. Sure. And then what happened when I was doing a lot of team games, I was exhausted, Alok. So I was not enjoying. So I had to reduce that, because if I don't enjoy, because I'm somebody who does everything by heart. So I had to reduce it. That I thought of creating a parallel income source. By creating a company called Keynote, event management company, so that I don't have to take all the assignments, you know. Right. So because if I am stressed,
it happens. There's a time which comes where, you know, your time it becomes something which is what you trade off for a business or whatever you get, and it becomes very taxing. That when you are completely involved throughout, then there is always a limit to that. Very true. Yes. So that's when Q Show happened.
Yeah. So then I stopped team building for 4 years. Okay. I did not take any assignment. I focused on the Q Show and developed Q Show from corporate events and small during birthday parties, from birthday parties to corporate events. Then some. So gradually Q Show happened, and then it is now 3-4 years now. I restarted team building. Now I was in a position, Alok, where I can take a call whether I want to perform or not.
Yeah.
Now, so once a week or maybe 2-3 months, a minimum crowd like 200-300 people, so that I enjoy first before the crowd. And if I don't enjoy, the crowd will not enjoy. So that's the whole story. That's Migma's team games and Q Show story. So that's all about me.
Wow, this is so inspiring, Migma. You know, starting from a hotel as a staff at a junior level, all the way to building your own event organization is some kind of journey. I think even this whole phase is full of transformations, and I'm so proud that I'm getting a chance to speak to you today. This is really inspiring to know. And as you said, yes, we in later stage we take call to do some activities later as well, because as a facilitator, I know no matter what I do, I would always like to go back and facilitate, because that's completely in the heart. You would love to do this work, and you always want to go back to it. But Migma, you see what has happened since March 24th, when the lockdown happened because of COVID-19. There has been a dramatic shift in the event industry and the hospitality industry. We were doing so many workshops before that, and suddenly it came all to a zero. The event, and because we are both connected to the event world so closely, definitely we are all impacted, and the people and the audience who is listening to this video is also impacted. What has been your story of impact after the lockdown happened, Migma?
So, Alok, like everything grows slowly. So we were actually, Q Show was in a very good phase before COVID hit us. We were working on a lot of Japanese companies. I had actually become a Japanese specialist, something like that. I had inaugurated 2-3 factories in Ahmedabad. We inaugurated a lot of factories in Gurgaon. So I was closely working with a very good Japanese company. And we were very happy. The company was transforming. We were taking bigger events like Oppo launch. And it was like a dream for us someday, like for somebody who was doing family days only. The launch of a mobile was a dream for us, like next level for us, which needs a lot of good contents, a lot of high technicians. So I was very happy with the way Q Show was going. And then suddenly COVID thing hit us. And then initially, of course, I don't take everything seriously. So then I decided to take my family and go for a vacation. Then I said, why to go for vacation in Verma? So let's go home because it's a little longer. I came back to my village and started my YouTube channel to keep me busy. You know, like so I
Yeah,
did a lot
your
of
YouTube channel. I've seen some of the vlogs of you trekking, running. It was like so engaging.
So after doing YouTube for 2.5 months, initially I also thought maybe 3 months, 4 months, then we'll come back. Then after 2.5 months, I stopped enjoying YouTube because I was not feeling this is very productive because I have my family to take care, you know, and I have my kids to educate. So what if events industry don't revive, and what happens if I cannot survive with this YouTube thing? And so I was doing it, but I was not then enjoying it, and I was feeling unproductive. And it was a phase where I was almost like slightly hit by a low, and I was worried, and then I thought of doing something.
I can totally see that transformation, and you know that phase of low, which we in fact we all reached there in some way. When business which you are into is completely kind of frozen and it comes to zero, you need to pay the bills. You need to really get that money which is required. I'm not talking about making a lot of money, but at least the essentials. And it is so important that we need to do something about it. But when the whole industry has sort of frozen now, I'm so happy to see that there are opportunities sprouting up, that we are getting inquiries, and little bit lockdown has opened. So little bit inquiries are coming around, but you know, again, some little inquiries and a lot of people out there. So there's a lot of flocking happening in those opportunities as well. It's difficult to actually, convert it easily. But this we all have gone there. We have this is a time where, and I have made a video especially for understanding change, because it is so important for people to understand this change, because it will take away things from you. It will bring you to that loss which you have not expected. We were not ready for COVID-19. Yeah, we were doing all well. Nobody was, and it just happened. We all have been to that phase. But I was really kind of getting teased by your beautiful pictures from Darjeeling. I know you're in Darjeeling. You have kind of relocated from Gurgaon there, and you used to, and you were kind of from. I'm following you on Facebook and LinkedIn, and I keep watching beautiful pictures you share about it. Tell me the story about Rimbic Fresh. What happened and how Rimbic Fresh kind of idea came to your mind?
So I was always inspired by my great grandfather, Migma Sherpa. Okay. He was doing this similar business model where they purchase a good produce in the village and take it by a pony or horse and sell it to town. So that was our kind of a family business in the beginning. My father was not into it. Okay. And I was inspired by, he was my role model, like always. I looked up to him, and then in my home, we have a lot of green veggies. So my mother takes care of it. So I saw even in village, people used to come. Like my mom don't take money, cash, instead of the vegetables. They come with the biscuits and breads and some chocolates, to give it to mom and take the vegetables. I said, I think I can do this. I can sell this, vegetables. Initially, it was just a vegetable idea. I can take these vegetables, buy it here, and sell it in the market. And then gradually I started with this name, Rimbic Fresh, and started a Facebook page. And, we went, we are very good in terms of creating contents and blah, blah, blah. ये तो हम करते ही थे. तो ये सब तो हो गया. अब जब मैंने सब कर दिया, कॉन्सेप्ट कर दिया, लोगों कर दिया, लोगों से बात किया, सब किया, I had two options in my hand, Alok. I still had some money saved, and so I had two options to do this business. So basically, business model is to buy from the farmers, and not from the big farmers, for everybody. Even I am buying like 1 kg butter, or one small piece of vegetables, 1 kilo aloo also I buy. So I wanted to buy and empower or engage as many farmers I want, So that was the whole idea. But idea was to buy from the village, in my village, buy it, and then sell it in the town.
Okay.
That was the whole idea of this business.
You mean that Darjeeling town? Because I think your village is a couple of kilometers away from Darjeeling,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
70 kilometers away.
70 kilometers. All right. Okay.
Yeah, 70 kilometers. Yeah. 4 hours journey. So idea was, I had two options as I was telling you. One was the easy option to start this business. One was the tough options. I always like to challenge myself, you know. So the tough part was, easy part was, as my store is going to open tomorrow, 1st September in Coombe. I rent a store, I design a store, I create a store, and then source a material, produces, pack it, place it on the store, and announce to the world that I have opened a store, please come and buy. This could have been a very, very comfortable journey, Alok.
Right.
Very comfortable journey.
Yes.
And the latter part, which was a tough part, was I do the same Facebook launch, everything pack, take this product and sell it on the road.
Okay.
So sell it on the road, you know. So in a place where I grown up, people look up to me like, this guy's made something, company, blah, blah, in Gurgaon, they live big cities. Now imagine after 15, 20 years, the same guy coming back to the same area and kept everything on the road. And I was literally shivering, I was scared, I was worried. And previous night, I could not sleep till 1 a.m. And then it was 4 hours journey till the town, taking all my product, whatever I packed and already bought, right? All is paid.
Yeah.
Money invested.
And I think
to the town.
Villagers take in cash, right? I don't know if they take credit.
So I'll share that story also. When I initially used to ask them for veggies and produces, they never gave it to me.
Okay.
You know, they said, okay, I'll bring it, I'll call you back and all. You know, what is the problem? I said, what is the problem? Why they are not giving me the producers? Then later I realized they are fed up with the talks.
Okay.
Because everybody comes and give them schemes and government schemes, apply schemes, NGO schemes, will make the future. So they don't want to listen to the stories anymore. Then I realized they need, the real motivation is money. So I took cash in my pocket, went to their house and told them, so this is the money and what do you have? Then things start pouring in. So I told my team in my sourcing area, we'll not negotiate with farmer and we'll pay them cash on the spot.
Wow. Okay,
so this is the only motivation farmer needs so they can revive farming right now, currently. So I came to town and then spread my producers on the road, and nobody was there to buy my product, right? They were just walking around. And they were looking at me, oh, this guy used to be, some event manager in city. What is he doing? COVID is made him a vegetable seller on the road.
Oh my God.
So imagine a guy who used to conduct 1,000 people team building activities and manage 600 people events in 5-star hotels, and he's on the road among his vegetables and selling it. And it was like a rock concert for me. I mean, I was scared, I was worried, and so all these things were going on. But I sat and told myself, Migma, you have to face it. You can only save yourself. Nobody else will come for you. What if tomorrow my money dies up? What if I don't have anything to do? I have to take care of myself. This is what I'm doing. And then to motivate myself, I told, this is my product. Whether it is on the road, whether it is on the showroom, this is my product. It's my I have purchased it.
Yes.
And I am selling it. There's nothing to be shy.
Wow.
So this is like talk within me, what I was going through and what I was telling myself during that phase. And the place initially that I was selling, a lot of people knew me personally.
Right.
And they came and said, oh Migma, you started a shop, look, I'll buy it. Then I was not stop enjoying again. These guys are not buying because I have a good price or I have a good packaging or I have good produce. They're buying because of me. Then I I immediately packed my stuff. The sale was going on well. In between I stopped it, I packed it. And took it to another place where nobody knew me.
Okay.
And then I realized when people check the product And then they bought it. Then I was happy. Okay, now this thing will work. Because until then, I was not sure. Alok, after so much of money invested and so much time invested, I never knew that this will work. Until that moment when people, like I was invisible and they saw my product, they started buying it.
Wow.
That's my first roadshow.
Wow.
So then I realized, okay, I think this will work. Yeah.
Like so inspiring. I am kind of, I love to listen to a lot of, leaders and a lot of speakers and motivational speakers. I think this is the most motivational stuff I have heard in recent times. A lot of people talk about taking uncomfortable action. A lot of people talk about going and doing the imperfect action and standing out when the times are tough. But how often we do it? And that's what it is really. I was not aware that I'm going to get something like this in this interview today, which I have got from you. This is absolutely uncomfortable action. I am coming from my hometown is Varanasi. I was born and brought up there. If you ask me that, Alok, can you go there and sell vegetables to start with? I don't know if I'll be able to kind of have that courage. And it takes absolute courage, absolute grit to feel scared. You were scared when you were unloading. You said
I was scared.
You were afraid. You're scared. You don't know what the hell is happening. Will it happen? Will somebody even buy one pack?
Yeah.
And then you still stand up. You stand up and you show up. You show up and say, "Hey, I'm here. This is what I'm doing. Let COVID-19 hit me as bad as possible. I'll still do it." Migma, this is such an inspiration that you have started this way. You've taken the hard path, and this is something which everybody should know. And I would like to know, my audience to know this, that guys, a guy who has run a company, who has got a place of respect and reputation, going all the way in, going 100% in, and doing that imperfect action, taking that uncomfortable action, is what it takes to become something in life. It is true transformation. When you transform, you are absolutely different altogether. Migma, what are your hopes and what are your dreams? What is now happening? Tell me something about it.
So the Rimbic Fresh, initially when I started, of course, to engage myself and to take care and protect my family and my future. But now what has happened, it has, I don't know whether it is a big word to share with you. It has somehow it has become like a revelation in this district and in a town that I am. Yeah. And farmers are coming to me and telling me, hope you will not go back to Gurgaon once everything is eased down, because we want you to continue this. We want you to, make it a big in this. So tomorrow, my first store is going to open. And then Rimbic Fresh as a brand, because what is now I'm more determined to take it forward. The reason behind is in the first roadshow and the second roadshow, you know how many families, producers that I was selling?
Yes.
45 to 50.
Wow.
Second roadshow, 60 to 70. Tomorrow, my store is going to open. At least minimum 100 families, producers is in my store.
What service?
I am impacting them directly.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting goosebumps because of listening to your story. What a service, Migma. What a service. Tell us something about what Rimbic Fresh is into and what are you selling? A little bit about the...
Rimbic Fresh is of course a farmer's market. So we buy from the farmers and then we bring it to town. And now I have a showroom, and the way we sell. And then from there, we'll do home delivery. And future, we'll like to go online and sell it and send it to globally wherever we can. So right now, the idea, my whole, idea, when you do events or something, a business, you have a numbers, you have a target. I only have a target to add more farmers in my list of supplier.
Wow.
So I want more people to sell me so that they take a cash home and they get motivated and they start farming again. So that I get more producers, more variety, which I can sell it to the town in a cheaper rate. So there was a problem, 2-3 problems, like as an event manager, as a businessman, we have to find the problem and solve it. The problem was everybody who was buying from my village was a big buyer. They used to buy a lot of potatoes, a lot of skirts, a lot of other stuff, but nobody is buying small things. So they were playing big games. And they buy it from Rimbic and send it to Siliguri.
Okay.
वहाँ पे जो मंडी होता है, मंडी में. From Mandi, the sabji comes back to Darjeeling.
Oh, all the middleman thing. And
Yes.
right.
Even veggies, they buy it from farmer, they take it to town, give it to distributor something, and they go to small shops. So by the time it reaches the consumer hand, it changes at least minimum 2 hands and maximum 4 hands.
Wow.
And how will they maximize the profit? How will they do a profit? Because either they mix something in a produce, or they charge it higher. So, and product become expensive. When it becomes expensive, organic becomes expensive. People don't buy it. Local people avoid it because it's expensive, right? So that is the reason when I buy from the farmers, it is 1 point stop and it reaches the consumer hand.
Right.
So I solve both problems. I reduce the price. I bring the best quality in the town, and I pay farmers cash. And I do a free home delivery.
What else to
and
ask?
I do, yeah, and I do all packed.
Okay,
You know,
I saw the packings and they're beautiful. I'll try to show some of the pictures as well in my video later. And Migma, you know, we talk about making business plans, we talk about scalability, we talk about going global. What I really love about your thought process is that before you look at scalability and value and money into it, you're looking at 2 things. You're looking at your vendors, that their life becomes better, the farmers get some benefit, and you're looking also taking care of the consumers, your end customers, that they get the fresh organic food in a reasonable price. And I think that's a very noble cause to take it ahead. I have a lot of best wishes for you, and I'm sure with such a noble thought, if you start a business, it will go to any limit. And I know that it is going to launch tomorrow. First of all, big congratulations for taking this courage, Migma, to bring it to this level. And I hope, and I think all our listeners will wish that Rimbic Fresh will go to success. And you already have got success. What should I say? And I'm really waiting that you start delivering in Gurgaon so that we can have some of your products as well. I'm just waiting for that day when Rimbic Fresh comes to Delhi NCR.
Thank you, Alok, for inviting me. And thank you, everyone. And Alok, all the best to you. And hope this series reaches out to many people and you get good viewership as well. And चलते चलते जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना.
Thank you so much, Migma. It was such a lovely thing to get you in the first episode of WeTransForm, and I am sure this will be a great start. I can't find a better transformative story than yours to start with. A great one. Thank you so much for your time and joining us today.
Thank you, Alok. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
So guys, this was Migma Sherpa with his story of transformation. What a story and what an inspirational journey he has. We will come back again next Wednesday with a new story of transformation. Till then, goodbye.